Hey y'all, it's Fortune Frankly and welcome to Fortune Frankly Fridays, where we do DIY home decor and sometimes organization videos. Just want to point out that this is what my hair looks like when I stay inside. Again, we have a change of background. I'm still here in Florida visiting my parents, and I brought some DIY supplies with me, but I wasn't able to bring everything. One of the things I was able to bring and able to find here in stores is paint. Today, we're going to be doing some DIY projects that involve painting. Now, I don't consider myself a painter at all, but you know, Bob Ross has inspired me. So we're going to be working today with different type of paint mediums and paint brushes. We'll do a traditional painting on a canvas. We'll do some wood painting with some oil stain, but it involves a paintbrush. And we'll do some spray painting, which of course is my favorite. Before we get into this video, you can follow me on Instagram at fortune_frankly, and let's get started. So for this first project, we're going to be painting a canvas, and technically 3 canvases, and we're going to be making one continuous picture along the 3. For this project, you'll need a pack of 3 4x6 mini canvases, a pencil, and some paint. Now this project only cost me $1, and that was buying the canvases, but with the paint you can expect this to cost you about $5. Just gonna lay some paper down to protect the table so my mom won't yell at me, and lay down my canvases. Now I'm really liking this mountain with the sun kind of motif that's really simple and kind of minimal. So I'm just drawing some mountains, drawing the sun, and then we're gonna fill everything in with some paint. I mixed a couple of shades of purple just to get some variations in the tones that I'm using. But you know, purple is my color, it's my thing, so we had to do some purple mountains today. One tip here is when you're making a continuous picture, you want to put the 2 canvases together where they're supposed to meet and kind of paint over that so that it's one continuous line that is not really broken up by the canvases. And you really want to take your time around the edges here so that they come out nice and crisp. So I decided to make this sun a moon, and I outlined it with a silver paint marker so I could give it a lunar kind of effect. I plopped some dots on here for the craters, and this is how it turned out. For the second project, this is 4, not 2. For this second project, we'll be making a wall shelf with some craft sticks, something that you can set maybe a candle or some little trinkets on top that won't take up much space and will be very cute. For this project, you'll need jumbo craft sticks, a glue gun, and some paint or wood stain. All in all, this project cost me $3 with just the craft sticks. With the paint, you could expect $5, with the wood stain about $7 or $8. So I'm just going to be making a triangle shape, and what we want to keep in mind here is that on one end the craft stick should be under the one that comes before it. On the other end it should be on top of the craft stick that comes after it. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you watch what I'm doing, it should be super simple to understand. And we're just going to glue those down. And we're just going to repeat this so that we can make layers of the triangle and give it some bulk so that we can sit something on it as a shelf. Keep in mind when you're gluing these craft sticks down, you want to make sure to glue the top and the bottom so that you don't have any gaps where there isn't any glue. And this is how it's looking, very three-dimensional. Give me some body. So I thought this color was looking a little uncooked to me, so I decided to stain it, but I didn't really have any wood stain. So the beauty about being at my parents' house is that I can ask my parents for things instead of having to figure them out by myself. My dad used to own his own painting business, so I asked him if he had any wood stain, and he came back with this huge gallon, and I said, perfect! If you don't have a stirring stick, grab a tree branch from outside and stir it, as my dad is doing here. And now I'm just going to stain our shelf. My dad was generous enough to give us some tips here. He said not to grab too much of the stain on your brush. If you do, it will oversaturate the product and it won't be smooth. After I let it dry, this is how it turned out. For the grand finale, well, that was really dramatic. For the third and final project, we're going to be making two variations of these really cute trays. They're chalkboard trays where you can write what you're serving on it. And for this project, you'll need a cookie sheet and or a paddle cutting board, some black spray primer or a black spray paint that has a primer in it, some chalkboard spray paint, and chalk or a chalk marker. Minus the paint, this only cost me $2 to make. Including the paint, I spent $10 on this project. So I say a lot of things are super simple, but this is super simple. I'm just gonna remove those stickers, take this outside, and spray one coat of this black spray paint on the front and the back. And I let this dry for about 30 minutes in between flipping them. Next, you want to use the chalkboard spray paint, and you only really need to spray one side because that will be your front or your top side. You'll notice the chalk paint is more matte than the ultra matte paint, which is a little ironic. And here's how our serving boards turned out. Alright, welcome back. So I really liked the third project. I thought it was really simple, very cute, and something my mom would actually use. So you know the drill by now. If you're feeling lucky, you can go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. And if you're not feeling lucky, I'm so sorry, but I hope to see you again in the near future. I hope everybody is staying safe and staying inside if you can. We're seeing a lot of new cases pop up in Florida, where I'm at now, in California, where I just left, and in Texas. So if that is not a word of caution, I don't know what is. And a reminder that Black lives do matter. This is non-negotiable, especially here on this channel. If you want to learn more about the history of the Black Lives Matter movement and some talking points, you can check my description down below, where I've linked a syllabus that I made. All the materials I used in this video will be linked in the description as well. And as always, thanks for watching.